Welcome to NVL Travel Documentary. Beyond its wealth and skyscrapers lies a hidden crisis: homelessness surging, entire communities struggling to survive. But this isn't just about poverty. Abandoned buildings become crime dens and desperation breeds danger. When survival pushes people to the edge, who really profits from the chaos? In this travel documentary, NVL Travel Documentary uncovers the dark intersection of homelessness and crime in one of America's most divided states. Stay with us as we reveal shocking facts about countries where inequality fuels unseen battles. Don't miss this eye-opening country documentary. Number 1. New Jersey's dual reality, wealth and crisis collide. New Jersey, known as the Garden State, is one of the most densely populated states in the U.S., with nearly 9 million residents. It sits between New York and Pennsylvania, blending bustling cities, wealthy suburbs, and struggling urban areas. While home to affluent communities like Princeton and thriving industries in tech and finance, cities like Newark, Camden, and Trenton face high poverty and housing instability. Rising living costs, especially near New York City, have worsened economic inequality and homelessness, creating a crisis that demands urgent attention. Homelessness in New Jersey has reached a critical level. As of this year, over 12,000 people across the state are without a stable place to live, an alarming increase from 8,576 just 3 years ago. The numbers are not just statistics, they represent individuals struggling against economic hardship, skyrocketing housing costs, and a system failing to provide adequate shelter. Nowhere is this crisis more evident than in Newark, where nearly 7,200 people, roughly 60% of the state's homeless population, live without secure housing. Camden and Trenton are also deeply affected, with emergency shelters overwhelmed and unable to meet demand. For those without a roof over their heads, the brutal winter temperatures, which often drop below 10 degrees Fahrenheit, turn survival into a daily battle. Exposure deaths have risen sharply in recent years, highlighting the deadly consequences of homelessness and extreme weather conditions. Beyond the cities, rural homelessness remains a hidden, yet growing crisis. In small towns like Bridgeton and Hamilton, many individuals and families slip through the cracks of official counts. With fewer shelters and support services in these areas, people experiencing homelessness are often forced to live in cars, abandoned buildings, or isolated encampments, far from the public eye and government assistance. Even more troubling is the racial disparity within this crisis. While Black and Latino residents make up 13% and 20% of New Jersey's population, respectively, they account for a staggering 50% of the state's homeless. This reflects deeper systemic inequalities, including barriers to housing, employment discrimination, and the generational impacts of economic disparity. New Jersey's homeless crisis is not just a policy issue, it's a humanitarian emergency. Without immediate action to expand shelter availability, increase affordable housing, and address racial and economic inequalities, thousands will continue to suffer in silence. The question remains, will we stand by as the crisis worsens, or will we push for solutions that give everyone a fair chance at stability and dignity? Number 2. Homelessness in 2025, a crisis reaching breaking point. Homelessness in New Jersey has reached alarming levels. As of January 2024, over 12,680 individuals were without stable housing, a staggering 24% increase from the previous year. This surge underscores a deepening crisis that demands our immediate attention. Newark, the state's largest city, bears the heaviest burden, with Essex County accounting for 22% of New Jersey's homeless population. This concentration strains local resources, making it increasingly challenging to provide adequate support to those in need. Similarly, cities like Camden and Trenton face significant shelter shortages, leaving many without a safe place to sleep. The brutal winters exacerbate this dire situation. Temperatures often plunge below 10 degrees Fahrenheit, turning the streets into perilous environments for the unsheltered. Such extreme conditions not only pose severe health risks but also highlight the urgent need for comprehensive shelter solutions. Rural areas aren't immune to this crisis. Towns like Bridgeton and Hamilton often see homelessness go underreported, leading to many individuals and families remaining uncounted and without assistance. The lack of visibility in these regions means that countless people suffer in silence, without access to essential services. A deeply troubling aspect of this crisis is the pronounced racial disparity. Black or African American individuals constitute approximately 12% of New Jersey's population, but represent nearly 49% of the homeless demographic. This stark contrast underscores systemic inequalities that persist in our society. The escalating homelessness crisis in New Jersey is a multifaceted issue that reflects broader societal challenges. Addressing it requires a concerted effort from policymakers, community organizations, and residents alike. By acknowledging the severity of the problem and working collaboratively, we can strive to ensure that every individual has access to safe and stable housing. If you believe homelessness is one of the most urgent issues society should address right now, comment the number 1. If you think other challenges take priority, comment the number 0. Number 3. Government efforts progress, gaps, and funding struggles. Addressing the escalating homelessness crisis in New Jersey requires a multifaceted approach, encompassing emergency shelters, federal support, state and local programs, and confronting funding challenges. Shelters. In 2025, Newark experienced a significant increase in individuals seeking shelter, with approximately 3,500 people, a 15% rise from 2023. Similarly, Camden expanded its capacity by adding 400 additional shelter spots. However, the demand continues to surpass the available supply, leaving many without necessary accommodations. Federal support. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, increased funding for New Jersey's housing programs from $40 million in 2025 to $45 million in 2025. This boost supports initiatives like the Housing First model, which has effectively reduced chronic homelessness in Newark by 20%, emphasizing the importance of stable housing as a foundation for addressing other issues. State and local programs. Organizations such as Catholic Charities and the New Jersey Housing and Mortgage Finance Agency, NJFA, play pivotal roles in housing over 600 families annually. Despite these efforts, rural areas receive only 15% of shelter funding, resulting in limited resources for many in these communities. Funding struggles. Since 2015, New Jersey's property tax revenue has declined by 10%, intensifying competition for funds among essential services like education, infrastructure, and homelessness programs. This financial strain presents significant challenges in adequately addressing the needs of the homeless population. In conclusion, while substantial efforts are underway to combat homelessness in New Jersey, persistent challenges remain. A comprehensive strategy that includes increased funding, equitable resource distribution, and community involvement is crucial to ensure all residents have access to safe and stable housing. Number 4. Future solutions: housing, jobs, tech, and mental health. Tackling homelessness in New Jersey requires a comprehensive approach that addresses affordable housing, employment opportunities, technological advancements, and mental health services. Let's explore these proposed solutions. Affordable housing expansion. In 2024, New Jersey enacted landmark legislation to overhaul affordable housing laws, aiming to streamline compliance and reduce delays in constructing new affordable housing units. Governor Murphy has advocated for reforming zoning laws to boost affordable housing, proposing changes that would allow for more diverse housing options, including the development of storm-resistant, insulated homes across both urban and rural areas. These reforms are designed to create more inclusive communities and address the pressing need for affordable housing. Job creation for Black and Latino communities. Empowering marginalized communities through targeted job creation is essential. The African American Chamber of Commerce of New Jersey, ASCCNJ, has launched the Mobile Academy to provide vocational training in sectors such as logistics, renewable energy, and tourism. This initiative includes mobile classrooms that reach underserved areas, offering courses in work readiness, effective communication, financial literacy, and by equipping individuals with these skills, the program aims to enhance employment opportunities and economic empowerment within Black and Latino communities. Technology-driven solutions. Leveraging technology can significantly improve the efficiency of addressing homelessness. Implementing artificial intelligence tracking systems can help direct shelters and aid more effectively, ensuring resources reach those in need promptly. Additionally, the New Jersey Economic Development Authority, NJEDA, has initiated grant opportunities to support innovative workforce training programs focused on strengthening and diversifying the state's green economy talent. These technological advancements can play a pivotal role in modernizing support systems for the homeless population. Mental health and addiction services. Expanding mental health and addiction services is crucial in addressing the root causes of homelessness. Establishing more rehabilitation and therapy centers, especially in rural areas, along with community-based mental health clinics, can provide essential support to those struggling with mental health issues and substance abuse. The New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection has outlined plans to ensure that recreational and conservation resources are accessible to all, promoting overall well-being within communities. By enhancing these services, we can address some of the underlying factors contributing to homelessness. In conclusion, addressing homelessness in New Jersey necessitates a multifaceted strategy that includes expanding affordable housing, creating job opportunities tailored to marginalized communities, leveraging technology for efficient resource distribution, and enhancing mental health and addiction services. By implementing these solutions, we can work towards a future where all residents have access to safe, stable, and affordable housing. Number 5. Root causes: skyrocketing costs, job instability, and inequality. Understanding the root causes of homelessness in New Jersey requires a comprehensive examination of various interconnected factors. Let's delve into these contributing elements. Skyrocketing cost of living. In recent years, Newark has experienced significant increases in rental prices. As of February 2025, the median rent for a one-bedroom apartment reached approximately $1,810, reflecting a substantial rise from previous years. This surge in housing costs, coupled with the fact that housing costs have increased nearly 27% over the last 2 decades, while incomes have decreased by over 10% when adjusted for inflation, has intensified the financial strain on residents. Additionally, the overall cost of living in New Jersey remains high, with essentials like food and basic goods often priced above the national average, further exacerbating economic pressures on low and middle street. Job market instability. The employment landscape in New Jersey has faced notable challenges. The manufacturing sector, once a robust source of employment, has seen a decline, with significant job losses reported in recent years. Concurrently, the rise of e-commerce and automation has led to a contraction in the retail industry, resulting in store closures and reduced job opportunities. This shift has disproportionately affected workers lacking advanced skills, limiting their employment prospects and contributing to economic instability. Geographical challenges. New Jersey's geographical location makes it susceptible to extreme weather events. Harsh winters and frequent flooding pose significant risks to housing stability and impede access to essential services. These environmental factors can lead to displacement and create barriers for those seeking assistance, particularly in rural areas where resources are already limited. Moreover, rural homelessness often goes underreported and undercounted, making it challenging to allocate necessary support effectively. Systemic racial inequality. Historical practices such as redlining and the underfunding of schools in predominantly Black and Latino communities have perpetuated cycles of poverty. These systemic issues have resulted in limited access to quality education and employment opportunities, confining many to low-wage jobs with minimal prospects for career advancement. This persistent inequality has significantly contributed to higher rates of homelessness among these communities. Addressing these root causes necessitates a multifaceted approach, including policy reforms, economic development, and targeted support services to effectively combat homelessness in New Jersey. Number 6. Policy reform, housing assistance, welfare, and lessons from other states. Addressing homelessness in New Jersey, a comprehensive approach. Homelessness remains a pressing issue in New Jersey, requiring a multifaceted strategy that tackles the root causes of housing instability. A successful approach must prioritize housing affordability, strengthen social welfare programs, and draw insights from proven initiatives in other states. Among the key strategies to mitigate homelessness is expanding rental assistance, which helps low-income individuals and families secure stable housing while reducing the risk of eviction. Expanding rental assistance. To alleviate the financial burden on struggling households, New Jersey has implemented various rental assistance programs designed to provide direct support to individuals at risk of homelessness. State Rental Assistance Program. The State Rental Assistance Program, SRAP, is one of New Jersey's primary efforts to support very low-risk residents. Administered by the Department of Community Affairs, DCE, SRAP offers housing subsidies to eligible individuals and families, ensuring they can access safe, sanitary, and affordable housing. This program specifically targets elderly individuals, 62 years and older, who require stable housing in their later years. Disabled residents who may struggle with securing consistent income due to medical or physical limitations. Families with children facing economic hardships and a high risk of eviction. Homeless individuals who need assistance transitioning into permanent housing. Through SRAP, qualified recipients receive ongoing rental subsidies, helping them bridge the gap between their income and the cost of housing. This initiative plays a crucial role in preventing homelessness and fostering long-term housing stability for vulnerable populations. Emergency Rental Assistance, ESR, program. In response to the nationwide housing crisis exacerbated by economic challenges, the federal government launched the Emergency Rental Assistance, ERA program, which has allocated over $46 billion across the country to support tenants facing eviction and financial hardship. New Jersey has benefited significantly from this program, allowing thousands of renters to receive direct financial aid to cover past due rent payments, preventing evictions and displacement, utility bills, ensuring households can maintain essential services like electricity, heating, and water. Future rent payments for qualifying individuals, providing short-term relief and stability. This federally funded initiative, distributed through local agencies, has provided a critical safety net for New Jersey residents struggling with housing insecurity. By preventing evictions and enabling low-income families to remain housed, ERA has proven to be an essential component in the broader fight against homelessness. The impact of rental assistance on housing stability. Expanding rental assistance programs in New Jersey has demonstrated significant benefits, including reducing eviction rates. By covering overdue rent and utilities, these programs help prevent evictions, which are a primary driver of homelessness. Enhancing public health and well-being. Stable housing reduces exposure to unsafe living conditions, improves mental and physical health outcomes, and fosters a sense of security. Strengthening economic mobility. By alleviating financial burdens, rental assistance allows families to allocate resources toward education, job training, and childcare, improving their long-term prospects. As New Jersey continues to combat homelessness, further investment in rental assistance programs, coupled with affordable housing initiatives and social support services, will be crucial to ensuring that every resident has access to stable, dignified housing. Strengthening social welfare. Recognizing the challenges faced by workers in sectors like manufacturing and retail, New Jersey has enhanced its unemployment benefits to provide a more robust safety net. For instance, the governor's proposed budget for fiscal year 2025 includes increased funding for education, reflecting a commitment to supporting residents during economic transitions. To combat food insecurity, mobile food pantries have been deployed to serve rural areas lacking access to fresh and affordable groceries. Furthermore, New Jersey's participation in a 10-year program, supported by up to $17 million in federal funding, aims to develop a whole-person approach to healthcare, addressing physical, mental health, and social needs, particularly for Medicaid members. Learning from other states. New Jersey can draw valuable insights from other states' experiences. For example, California's rental aid programs have provided substantial support to low-income renters, and Oregon's Medicaid expansion has improved healthcare access for vulnerable populations. By studying these models, New Jersey can adapt and implement similar strategies to enhance its housing and welfare policies. In conclusion, by expanding rental assistance, strengthening social welfare programs, and learning from successful initiatives in other states, New Jersey can make significant strides in addressing homelessness and improving the well-being of its residents. Homelessness in New Jersey is more than just a statistic. It's a human crisis unfolding before our eyes. Every tent on the sidewalk, every overcrowded shelter, and every person struggling to survive in the cold is a stark reminder that we, as a society, must do better. While short-term solutions like emergency shelters and immediate aid are crucial, the long-term vision must focus on economic stability, job opportunities, racial equality, and permanent housing for all. At NVL Travel Documentary, we believe that stories like these deserve to be told, not just to inform, but to inspire action. So, what do you think is the most important step in solving this crisis? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more eye-opening documentaries from around the world. Together, we can raise awareness and be part of the change.